Try this again. Not sure what happened, y'all. Hope I can get my people to come back and chit chat with me for at least a little while longer. Sammy, what's going on? I hope y'all come back, guys. It was just getting good. 9 people. Hood City citizens, where you at? Mr. B, we back in action. They can't hold a player down for long. Yep, my bad, Mike. Bon, you got me wanting to go to. You got me wanting to go to Tawakoni now, man. Neighbor changed password, huh? You got me on that one, buddy. What are you talking about, Brian Cook? Man, we just lost a lot of people. We got 10 people. Listen, I talked to the 10. Listen, if they don't come back, I talk to the 10. I hope everybody comes back. That way I can chit chat with y'all, man. Listen, when Wednesday comes, I really enjoy talking to y'all. Got to go to work in the morning, but I gotta talk to my people. Roland, I appreciate it, man. I thank you for the support. Hey, man, if y'all like this, man, man, hey, Brian, I guess I'm just off it, man. I figured it was a joke, but I didn't catch it, man. I'm slow tonight, maybe. I might be slow tonight. Oh, okay. So Demetrius, you know what you're talking about. Listen, I'm out. I don't have a clue. Neighbor changed password, huh? I don't get it, man. Now I feel crazy because I don't get it. Okay, Mr. B sent a pic. Oh, using the Wi-Fi. Forget you, man. Yeah, good one. No, man, it was actually the funny thing. Yeah, I'm slow tonight, man. I guess I'm tired. I should have caught that. I should have caught that. Good one, man. Anyway, uh, hey, what's going on, Chevy boy? That's cold blooded, man. No, actually, man, I actually do pay for my Wi-Fi now. Now there was a time. There was a time. You know, I ain't always been legit. But anyway, man. So Livescope, man, I'm seeing it on here, man. I hate to see the hate for Livescope, man. There's a lot of people. Um, there's a lot of people that don't care for Livescope, or they have a lot to say about Livescope. But in all actuality, man, I don't think you can form opinion about anything until you deal with it. And same goes um, for this Livescope. This Livescope is something different, man, and you can use it the way that it suits your needs. For me personally, it's an enhancement. You know, I mean, people are saying it's a game changer. Then you say, "Oh, it ain't a game changer." Well, fishing with live scope, it has changed the way I fish. So to answer your question, Chevy boy, excuse me, live scope basically is it's a electronics that we use for fishing, and instead of seeing past data, 1 second old data. We're looking at live what's going on down there. Came out with the company Garmin, and it's crazy. It's going to be a tool that teaches fish habits, like Mike is saying, what they like, what they don't like, and it's going to help you not waste time, man. I can't tell you how many times I've seen a brush pile that was loaded and the fish just didn't want to bite. Um, and you get to see it in real time. I think that's the big one. That's the big one. And no question on here is a stupid question, man. So, I mean, even if you don't want to ask it here, man, hit me up on the email like I always say. Fishing Gamecock, love all the videos. I wasn't able to find any crappies here in Cali this year. These bluegill in California average close to 2 pounds. Hey, I already know, man. What is the name of the lake you fish? I know is it Havasaw, Lake Havasaw, I believe, in California. I'd love to catch those big old red here in California, man. Let's see. Mr. B, somebody don't like what's going on? Did I miss something? It's real time questions and answers. How could you not like it? I want to, who don't like it, man? I guess I didn't catch that. So we're gonna keep rolling until we find out. Let's talk crappie, buddy. When you get a chance, I'll wait my turn. What's a good color this time of year? What size jig head would you recommend? So Roland, I like to fish 16 ounce. Starting off, if the wind permits, I like 16ths, 1/16 ounce jigs. Um, I'm gonna tell you this is a good question because that's another thing. Livescope has changed for me. I fish a little heavier now that I can get down to these fish a lot faster. When I'm looking at them live, if they're in a certain part of the column, the water column, I want to get down there as fast as possible because at any time they could go deeper, go shallower, whatever. So Jerry, I see you, man, on my Facebook. I see you, brother. Um, so it changed the way I fish that way. But before live scope, I like the 1/16. And depending on what the fish want to do, sometimes they want you to downsize. They don't want nothing real big in their face. They want something small. So all that makes the difference. But I definitely will start with a 16th. As far as color, it depends on the water clarity. Um, Dark water, I use darker colors. Um, Clear water, I like to use, um, lighter colors or colors that are natural colors. Let's see, what else do we have? I hope that answered it for you, Roland. Leslie, what's going on, man? Hey, man, it's all good. All fish pictures are welcome, man. All fish pictures are welcome, especially when you supporting the channel, supporting the website. Post it, man. I'm with it. I'm with it. I love fishing, man. Chevy boy, I hope that answered it, man. Let's see. Fong, you going fishing tomorrow, man. Have a good night, brother. Be careful out there tomorrow. It's gonna be windy, man. Okay, you usually fish lower Otay. I'm gonna have to look that up. Guys, y'all make sure y'all check out the website, www.hookcitytv.com. Oh, look who didn't put the www in front. And I think that's actually a clickable link that Alicia Pierce, aka Management, aka my baby, is putting up. Yes, sir, Roland. Anytime, man. How much do the live scope cost? It depends on which one you want. And I've been telling people today, man, if you want to check out the price, I can tell you this. The transducer black box, that's going to be $14.99. And then the prices will vary depending on what head unit you want to go with. So it's a little bit pricey. You know what I'm saying? I'm not rich by any means. It's a little bit pricey, guys, but I don't do anything else. I don't do anything else. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't go out unless it's with my wife. Every now and again, we like to take vacations. Other than that, I work, pay bills, take care of my family, go to church when I can, come home, fish. So that's where my money goes, man, to fishing. Gerald is asking, is there a 4X long sleeve? I got a feeling management is going to answer that question for you in a minute, Gerald, because I haven't been keeping up with the website that much. Let's see. What's going on, Willis? About the 93 SV these days, get the live scope box. Man, I've actually experienced live scope with the 93 SV. That's the first thing I actually looked at it on my buddy Johnny, who was on here earlier. I believe he has the 93 SV. And hey, it still works. Television pilot. Okay. So you're saying that right now you're using that 132nd with I guess a number six hook, and it's working well for you. Good deal, man. Downsizing this time of year in the summer pattern, those fish will get a little finicky sometimes, depending on the lake, man. Because I fished Arlington and they were finicky. I went to Benbrook and they were awesome. Went to Levon and it was awesome. So it just depends on what lake, man. Um, Brian Cook, am I finding that the fish are moving more? I'm guessing you mean within the brush pile. And yes, I think one thing that I've heard it already, but I'm experiencing now for myself with Livescope. There's so many times I go over brush pile and there'll be a gazillion fish on it. I throw my buoy marker, turn back around and go back to it, and there's 12, 15. And with Livescope, what I'm seeing is these fish move further away from the pile or they'll go under the boat. Those are the two things that I'm experiencing now. What I can say, like I experienced today, they moved further away from the boat. Today, I spot locked on the brush pile. They moved further away. Actually, it was a lay down. They moved to the other end of the lay down on me. So what did I do? I started pitching at them. I pitch it out, and if I hit that cone just right, I can watch it pendulum back. And as it's pendulum them back, ooh, I bet I tore up that word. As it's falling back, let me say it like that. I can kind of agitate those fish going over their heads. And when I do that, they'll pop it, fish on. So Live Scope has really afforded me that pinpoint accuracy, man. It really, really has. Let's see. Okay, yeah, man. BS Moon. I'm glad you got. So, man, did you get your boat? It's all. I want to see it, bro. I want to see it. Decided on the Nitro Z18. Good deal. Please let me see it. Man, I get excited when people get fish and stuff. So congratulations if you bought it, man. Let's see. What do you see different with Livescope that you didn't see before without Livescope? Um, Leslie, I think the answer to that, man, is live data. Like you can't replace that, man. It's one thing to go over brush pile, you see the fish, you come back on it, and you deal with it. And then also, there's a way that you can track your jig with 2D, but still, that is not real time. There's a a few seconds gap in that. With live scope, man, it might be like a millisecond. Like it ain't much of a gap in between real time data, and what's actually going on there. It's real time. So I think that's the biggest thing. Real cool story to kind of give you an idea of what I'm talking about. So when you get up on these brush piles, the first fish that are going to bite are going to be the most aggressive. So with live scope, I don't go all the way into the brush anymore. I can literally pinpoint getting right over the top of that brush. So what I did, I pull up to this brush pile. I drop down on this brush pile, and this fish hits my jig. I go to set hook, I miss. So you can watch your jig just raise up. All right. So I set hook, I miss. My baits are way in the water column. This fish is still down there 20 foot looking around like, where to go? I want it. I literally could drop right back on that fish, get right back on his head, pop, hit him again. Now, the difference is when I first dropped down on that fish, he might have been in 18, 19 foot of water. I'm sitting in 24 foot of water. He's sitting in the column at like 18, 19 foot. I missed this fish. He gives chase, but then he stops around 13 foot. Now, normally I wouldn't see that on just my 2D or just my down imaging. But on live scope, I'm watching this fish. He chases it up, but he stops at 12 foot. Now, normally I would go right back down to where I initially got the bite, which would be in 19 foot. No, this aggressive fish is now sitting in the column at 12 foot. I can stop my jig up at 12 foot and whack, catch that fish. Boom, got it. That's what live scope is affording me, man. Little stuff like that. And that is crazy. That is crazy. Let's see. How about I answer your question, Leslie? Let's see. I'll be on Alvarado Lake in the morning. How did you fish that lake? How did I fish that lake? Lake Alvarado. It was okay. So I made a video. It was winter time. It was either winter, fall or winter, one or two. It was cold outside. I remember that. And we actually fished their little dam area, the little ledges. And it fished really well. We caught some donkeys, man. We caught some big fish, some big booty crappie out there. Is the ramp open? That's what I need to know. Is the ramp open? Let's see. Mike Hallmark. No, and I don't. Hey, if it changed the game, it did. It definitely changed the way I fish. Um, I changed the way it fish. Okay, so Alvarado Lake, the ramp is open now. I might get back out there, man. It's a small lake. I figure I can get out there and do some scanning and get up on some good fish. Okay, open this past Saturday. Joshua, so you're a local guy too, man. Welcome to the live, man. I don't know if I've seen any of your comments before, but I appreciate you for coming through, man. Guys, again, since this is a new live, if you're enjoying the live, please like. And don't forget, when you're watching those videos, to like, comment, and subscribe as well. Thank y'all for everything y'all are doing for me, man, opening doors for us to continue getting these videos out. These lives are going to be every Wednesday. It's supposed to start at 9 o'clock, I know. Like I like to say, I'm on CPT. So I get to y'all as quick as I can, y'all. Quick and as safely. You know, I flew down the freeway today to try to make sure I got there by 9:35 to get started. So, man, Livescope is really making changes. And I tell you another thing it's doing. It's shortening the learning curve for new people. For people that can afford it, number one, and people that are kind of new to the sport, seeing live data, man, is a big deal, y'all, because without Livescope, you had to develop feel. You had to develop like a routine, and you're not having to do that as much. You're not having to do that with Livescope. Matter of fact, I was fishing with Pat today, and he started pulling out his line, counting his line. Started at 10 and pulled to the first eye. He's at 12, 14, 16. And I'm literally looking at him like, no, bro, just drop it. That quick, I forgot that's how I used to fish. You know what I mean? Like literally, when you pass that brush pile, whatever data you see on that screen, you store it in your mind. Boom. Okay. Those fish are at, I'm in 18 foot of water. The top of the brush pile comes up to 14 foot, yada, yada, yada. This is all the things that I used to process. You don't have to process it like that anymore. You still need to process. You need to process how the fish are reacting to your bait and things like that. But, man, you don't have to process like I used to, which I learned. That's something I learned, and that's something that'll never be taken away. So I'm grateful for it. Because if Livescope is gone, or if I ever decide to fish a tournament and the tournament folks are saying no Livescope, I'm not going to be a ship without a sail. I understand how to feel for a bite. You know what I mean? It's not me staring at a screen, hoping that this fish walks up to it and bites it. So I'm glad that I've learned both sides of it, Livescope and without Livescope. And I suggest that you guys that look to get in Livescope, that you do the same thing. Understand how it works without Livescope. That stuff crashes, and what you're going to do? You're going to be sitting there looking crazy, or you're going to continue to fish. Me personally, I have the knowledge to continue to fish. That's why I want y'all to continue watching these videos, and that's why I'm also not going to make it strictly about Livescope. I want to teach you guys how to fish, and I know not everybody has Livescope. So that's it, man. Let's see. Scan the red metal dock thing by the dam and out from the dam area, back up the middle of the lake in the deeper water. That's it, television pilot. That's pretty much what I did when I went. I want to get back out there. Appreciate it, Leslie. Okay, that clarified some of the confusion. Good deal, man. You know it, bro. Anytime you have a question, man, I'm still new to Livescope, guys, but I feel like I'm really learning a lot real fast. So, plus, like I said, I got buddies that have Livescope. James Davis from DavisGuide.com. One of my buddies, man, he has Livescope, so I get to pick his brain about what's going on. He's down there killing it, guys. If y'all want to take a guided trip And I think he guides Cleaver and Benbrook is where he's wearing it out. Granbury. Y'all want to go there, man? Y'all need to check out James Davis at davisguideservice.com. Let's see. Okay, so Chevy Boy still counts the foot of water where the fish are at. And that's good to do, man. Again, the only reason I don't do that now is because I'm looking at it live. It's the only reason. Okay, Big Cat, my bad, brother. I think I passed over you, man. The drive to where the bass tank is, I think it's Sapulpa, Supulpa, I believe. Sapulpa, Oklahoma. It was like a 4.5 hour drive, man. It's a little ways out there. There's a little ways out there, but well worth it, man. It really is. So let's see what else we got. Brian Cook, does it show the bottom or just straight ahead? No. So there are two angles that the Livescope shoots. You can, and the transducer actually adjusts. You can adjust it down to where you're looking like directly down, which the cone is not real big. But the one that I use, which I've seen most everybody use, is the forward facing angle. And the forward facing, it allows you to look out as well as down. So it's almost like side scan. It really is, man. It's almost like side scan. So guys, check it out, man. Livescope is the way to go. If you have the money to do it, man, and if you don't save for it, what I say. Also, guys, just to make mention live, man, the long sleeve shirts are on the website. Look at there, that fast. They are on the website. Okay, and Chevy Boy is asking how much is Livescope. So again, the transducer, which I believe comes with the black box that you need, is retail $14.99, and then it just depends on what type of head unit you want to pair with it. So of course, the bigger the screen, the more expensive it's going to be. All the way down to, I believe, the 93 SV is where it starts, which one is compatible with the Livescope transducer. Guys, don't get quiet on me, man. Don't get quiet on me. And if so, we can get off of here. But we have the shirts online, guys. Go check out the website. We got the Slabway, we got the camo shirts, and we got the moisture wicking shirts as well. Stuff one that you can fish in if you don't fish in just that cotton. I know down here it's hot, man, and you want something that's gonna keep you cool in the heat. Go check it out, man. You'll be supporting your boy and my dad, aka Hook City, here at Hook City TV. Guys, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end it for the night. We had a little malfunction. Okay, no, we got questions. We got questions. I got answers, man. Leslie, let's chop it up, brother. Hit me with all the questions you got. Everybody else being quiet, and I'm actually losing folks. So Leslie is asking, have you seen the fish go down on the jigs? Yes, every time I'm out. So one big misconception is fish only bite up. Crappie only bite up. Tell you something, brother. I can't tell you how many times dropping a jig down into a brush pile, or actually, here's a better one, next to pole timber. You know, just a pole. I'll use my brush for example. Here it is, pole timber. All the fish are up here, let's say 15 foot, you're in 30 foot of water, so half of this thing. So these fish are here at 15 foot where this finger is. I'm dropping my jig down right beside this pole timber, trying to just go past them for whatever reason. I get down here to, let's say 25, almost 30 foot. These fish at 15, if they're real aggressive, they'll go straight down. They go straight down for it. Now, I have not seen one bite it facing down, but will they go down to chase bait? All the way. All the way they will. And let me clear something up real quick. Mike Hallmark, thank you for the help. The 7SV will support Livescope, but guys, I'm gonna tell you something. when you're looking for those little fine details, these smaller screens. I mean, if you just want to say you got Livescope, it'll do it. But I have a 12-inch screen. Sometimes I have a hard time seeing, so I can imagine trying that with the 7-inch screen. Big Cat Cowboy, man, I have nothing against Boris, brother. They have a great install guy there. To answer your question, so yes, man, yes. How deep will Livescope go? Great question, JT. Great question. I know for sure as far as looking out, I accidentally shot it all the way out and then went to 360 feet. But it's almost like side scan. You know, you start going so far with Mega and you just get blackness. So after I think for a clear enough picture to get an understanding of what I'm seeing, I pushed it out to about 100 feet. The other day on Bembra, as far as depth, I saw 50 foot. I dropped it to 50, but I don't know what the max depth is on that thing. But man, it's deep. It's not shallow. It's definitely not shallow. Um, yeah, Legend. I figured that's why you asked, man, because and that's a great question. You know, it's something that these rule of thumbs. This live scope is messing up all these little rule of thumbs, man. Thank you, Robert. Man, I'm enjoying this live scope thing. Let's see. Earl says, "What's going on, Fishing Ken from California?" And he wants an update on the health. So, guys, again, right now I'm cleared to work out, exercise. I just gotta make a change with my diet and exercise, man. I really do. I want to be here. I want to continue to make videos. More than anything, still want to be here for my family, my daughter. I want to raise my daughter, man. I want to be here for my wife. I want to grow old. I want her to grow old and get wrinkly, and me still love on her and kiss on the little wrinkly cheeks. So I plan on being here. God willing, say the same. And we're making some changes, man. It's hard. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a career fat guy. I've been big all my life, man, but we got to make some changes. Um, Man, Robert, no, man, I have not played with the active captain. Um, yes, I understand exactly what it is. It helps. It basically records the screen, which is going to be really cool for when I start recording with it. I think, like I said, I got a video about to come out where I recorded the screen with my camera, which it kind of sucks, but we're gonna get that active cap. Matter of fact, I might be working on that this weekend. I'm saying this weekend. This is my last day. This is my weekend, but going into Friday or Saturday, somewhere in there, I think I'm gonna start messing with that active captain and get it going. I need to just call 3 pound because he seems like he has it down pat, man. Uh, let's see. Okay, so Mike says, don't you think it's a bit too much science, Ken, or am I just old school? Now, Mike, I'm gonna tell you what, man. That's something that a lot of people. That's something that a lot of people are concerned with, man. Is it too much? Is it too much? Now, Mike, I'm not sure how old you are, brother, but I'm 36, and for me, it's not, man. It will not make fish bite, guys. That's the thing. I think it will help people's catch rate. But if you don't know what you're doing, if you're down there with any old thing, those fish aren't going to bite just because you can see them. I mean, I think that's one of the main misconceptions. But no, I don't think it's too much, man. I don't think laptops are too much. I don't think drones are too much. Some people they don't like all that, and some people like the challenge, and they think that there won't be a challenge once you use LiveScope and you can see them live. But that's not the case. That's not the case, man. Understand the orientation of LiveScope. It's a very small window that you have to fit your jig in order to see it. You know what I mean? In order to be a sniper with it. So no, man, I really don't. I don't think it's too much. Um, I think people are misusing lakes and fishing without live scope. So will they continue to do it even more? Probably so, man. Which is sad, keep it more than they're supposed to and the whole thing. But man, I think live scope is good, man. I think it's gonna get more people involved in fishing. I do think that there's possibility that the bag limits are gonna go down. They're gonna decrease the bag limits. You get out there and it's starting to get easier. It really is, especially if you have the know-how. So somebody like me or you that fishes a lot already, you grab that live scope and you go to these locations that you've been going to for years, and boy, I bet you can fish out a spot. You get a year or two with live scope and you just go hammer a spot. That's why you have to have multiple locations. So that's how I feel about that, man. I know I probably stuck on that a little long. Uh, so Mike Hallmark, okay, so you use me. He's saying Mike is saying that 80 foot will be max for clarity because the transducer gives off rays. I can see that happening. I can see that happening. Fish bite up, not true. What we have been told for years. Correct. They will chase a jig down, and then he'll. What I've seen, he'll go down. So if my finger was the tips, if my fingertips is the fish's mouth, what I've seen is they'll dive down right behind the bait, and then they'll kind of come to boop, or they'll turn back up. Go under it and come back up and then hit it. But they definitely will chase a bait down. No problem at all with it. Let's see. Okay, so here's another good one. Great job, guys. I appreciate the help with this. So Robert is saying that just an FYI, guys, that the active captain, if you do have live scope, active captain will not work with the 93 or the 73 SV series. So you want to go up from that if you want to be able to utilize the active captain where you can record the screen, which is good. So I'm actually working with a 1222, and I know that I can use active captain. Um, Man, live scope is messing the game up. It's listen, it's turning some new corners for sure, man. And again, it's helping people that aren't really good fishermen become better fishermen, man. Um, AJ, I appreciate the prayers, man. And we will be having that live scope coming soon, Brian. Oh, okay, Brian saying there's already too many people fishing, right? I tell you what, man, sometimes it gets rough getting out there, and people aren't respectful. Man, I hope y'all, if y'all are watching this, man, two things I pray. I pray that y'all are wearing y'all's life jackets. Please, man. I know a lot of y'all think y'all are Olympic swimmers. I think there was a young man last week who was a lifeguard that passed away and drowned. So y'all be careful with that. And number two, man, be courteous out there on the water, man. These boats, they can be very dangerous. And I know the jet skiers and the wakeboarders are out there acting a fool. Let's do our part. That's what we can do. Yes, sir, Mike. Let's see. Livescope will change biology's views on fish. And I'm ex-environmental scientist. Cool, man. I believe it. I believe it. Man, I feel like I'm trying to read it all, man. Earl, right on, man. Let's live healthy, man, and live long. Let's see. Brian is saying, "Hey, do you think it would be good for other fish like catfish?" Man, it's possible. Uh, Gosh, I'm trying to figure out how. I mean, the fish. I saw. Matter of fact, I watched myself catch a channel catfish last week. He was in a brush pile and he hit he hit a jig, and I watched myself fight him, and it took a while because again I was just using my light tackle, my ACC and my braid, and I actually watched myself fight the fish. I got to see head shakes and everything, man. So it was real cool, man. Real cool. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Goodness, I just made this thing smaller, and I don't know how I did it, y'all. That back. It's too little. Shoot. I don't know how I did that. Woo. Okay, I'm gonna keep trying to read it. Okay, Mike, what are you saying? You don't think it's true? I'm gonna try to catch up with you. Oh wow, Mike. Okay, you turned 70. Well, man, listen, I pray I make it to 70 as well, man. Man, thank you, man. Love you too, brother. Uh, yes. Now there is not a fish that you cannot see with live scope. I've caught sand bass. I've caught hybrids on live scope. My first ever fish was a catfish sitting under a tree that the cormorants were roosting on. So yes, man, if it's a fish, if it's swimming, yellow bass, I can see yellow bass. The trees we've been fishing have been full of yellow bass and bluegill. They move different. You can just tell, man. With the hybrid, um, that bigger fish, he literally looked like a shark just swimming through. It was crazy. Um, Hello from England, man. Shout out to RA. That's what I'm talking about. England. What I'm talking about? I saw one that said life jackets and kill switches. That's one that I got to get better at. JT, thank you, man. Got to get better with those kill switches. Um, let's see. Big Cat with a 24-volt Minn Kota 70-pound thrust recommended two batteries solely for that or three. So if it's a 24-volt, you got 12 volts per battery, so you only need two for a 24. You don't want to burn up your stuff with because if you do three, you're turning into a 36 at that point. You don't want to overload your trolling motor and burn it up, man. So if you have a 24-volt system, you want to run them. I think is it parallel or a series? I always get confused. Somebody will chime in, I'm sure, but you only need two batteries for that 24-volt system. From Lafayette, what's going on, Jason? Dustin's live. Thanks for coming through, man. Thanks for watching, Jason. We appreciate it, man. Okay, hold on. 93 SV wheel live captain. Okay, let's get that information together, man. Let's see. Okay, so here it is. The 93 SV will do the active captain, but the helm function isn't available, and that is what allows you to record the screen. Got it. Got it. Hey Leslie, thanks for coming through, brother. I appreciate you, man. Take care and God bless, man. Yes, and that's another one. Big Cat, if you're gonna be putting that if you're putting a trolling motor on yourself, make sure you got an inline fuse or a breaker. Either one that'll protect your stuff as well, man. Um, yeah, guys, it's getting late on. Wow, it's almost 11 o'clock. So, guys, hey, I want to wrap it up by saying thank y'all for joining once again. I've enjoyed it. So, basically, will live scope change the way I'm fishing? The answer is yes. Another thing I'm gonna share real quick. Pat got on the boat today. He was like, "Man, I ain't really worried about that screen. I ain't looking at that. I'm just gonna fish the way I know how to fish." Cool, bro. Sounds real good until you see that jig falling down, and it's literally, guys, like it's like, oh, there's my jig. Oh, there's the fish. Oh, here comes the fish. It can be that easy at times. So once that starts to happen, you're not gonna tell me you're not gonna look at that screen. And you're going to continue to look at that screen because you want it to continuously happen. So, guys, live scope will change the way you fish. If you're looking for live scopes or any other marine electronics, I want y'all to hit up the Bass Tank on Facebook at the Bass Tank. If you need a number for the Bass Tank, I'm going to give it to you right now. So if you want to call the Bass Tank, man, you got questions, if you need pricing, any of that. Number one, make sure you let them know I sent you. But two, if you need to look up the Bass Tank, Guys, I want y'all, the number is 918. Get a pen. Bass Tank's number is 918-509-7864. Again, the Bass Tank's number is 918-509-7864. Get with them, man. Questions, comments, concerns, purchases, installs, all that, man. My boy Zeke is going to answer the phone, and he got it going on when it comes to this stuff, man. He knows it. Man, again, thank y'all. Make sure you like us on Facebook at Hook City TV. Make sure you come check out the website, www.hookcitytv.com, where you can get these fresh tees and different ones. This is the logo tee, guy. But we got the Slab Boy shirts. We got the Donkey Season shirts. We got Moisture Wick and long sleeve. Go get you a shirt, man. All the way up to 4 and 5X. We got the XLTs for the taller guys. Ladies, we got the leopard print for y'all. I didn't see any of my ladies come through tonight, I don't believe. But shout out to those Hook City citizens that are ladies as well. Good night. God bless. Man, I love y'all. I thank y'all for being a part of my live. Thank y'all for the support. Let's keep it moving, y'all. Let's keep it going. Tell your friends, tell your family. We're going to get those stickers out soon so y'all can put them on your back windows, on your lunch boxes, and all that good stuff. But check out the website. Check out the Facebook page. Hit me up if you got any more questions. I'm about to get off here, but if you got any more questions, let me know. Let me know. Go to hctv2too@gmail.com. I'm on there answering questions, man. Let me know. Until next Wednesday, man, y'all stay safe. Give Jesus some of your time, man. Let me just throw that in. If you don't know Jesus, man, it's the best decision I ever made. Get to know him for yourself. No pressure. I'm just keeping it real on this channel, man. Faith Family Fishing. It's your boy Fishing King, Hook City TV. I've enjoyed it. I'm gone.